Hey guys, it's Jake. I know my wife's doing her thing, schooling the kids, being awesome and smoking hot. Hey, I'm here on site at this house, and we finished laying all the brick around it, and now they wanted to whitewash on it. Kind of to show you what we're doing. Let me show you this. Step back here. I guess whitewashing your brick is a new thing right now that's in. You can kind of see over here in the corner, right? I'm acid washing the brick for a different reason, but you can kind of see what the brick looked like originally. And then we smear it everywhere, and when it dries out, we used white mortar on this, so it kind of turns white, you know, kind of a film. And so what I'm doing is I'm coming in right now to acid wash, take off any particulates and anything that may come off pretty fast within the next couple of years. So most people don't understand that when you smear it on and it's real thin and you use a cementitious product, over time a lot of that's going to come off and it's going to reveal your brick. And the sad part about it is that you know, from about the top of your eaves, you know, way up here, right up here, from here about right here, it's not going to get as much weather as it will from here to here, okay? And so over time, 10 years or so, things are gonna, you know, wear off. That's just the nature of this world. Things decay, and that's just how it goes. So what I'm doing right now is we've already whitewashed the wall, and it was too much of a whitewash, so I'm actually doing a reverse engineer. I'm going in and I'm acid washing a lot of it off, pulling it off, until the client's happy. And then from there it will have withstand, acid, so that it's pretty stout, it's pretty strong to be able to hold on for the next few years. I know people would say, well, wouldn't that weaken it? Well, I've put a few coats of acid on here, and so far it's staying. It's pretty stuck on there. Now, can I guarantee that it will, you know, the color won't come off? Well, I can't. Obviously I can't. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know about hail or rain, or, you know, which side of this house gets more rain versus the other side, versus the sun and bleaching out. So there's a lot of variables involved in all this, but just trying to give you an insight as to my world. My guys are on another job site right now. We're probably going to go see them here in a little bit, but you know, this is kind of where we're at right now. And kind of an insight, just kind of showing you what I'm busy doing every day. You know, we're masons, and we have a masonry company, so we brick houses and build block buildings and build safe rooms, and you know, it's a dying trade for sure. In fact, if you're a mom or dad watching this, tell your kids to at least take an interest in masonry. I know there's a bad stigma with tradesmen. You see, tradesmen, I think, downsell or degrade themselves because they'll say things like, well, I'll get my kids work out here so they'll learn to go to college and get an education. And, you know, that's how it used to be. I mean, all the way up to about 10 to 20 years ago. And that, oh, we want our kids, you know, to have better than us, and so therefore they need to go to college. And how's that working for you? I mean, really? And yet there's so few masons, and there's so few plumbers and electricians and tradesmen that actually know how to do something in life. And so, you know, you might be a parent sitting here going, I don't agree with you. Well, if you think that a college degree is the best way to go for your child, and they're going to specialize, then yeah, I'm for it. Let's do it. But let's be honest here. As a tradesman, as a mason or a plumber or electrician, I can go anywhere in the world and make money instantly. I can walk up on a job site, bring my tools, whip out my trowel, and take off. And I can make money. And yeah, is it solid, hard labor? Yes. But if that's the reason why we don't want our kids to work, then we have other problems. Don't you agree? Then all of a sudden, now it's about, well, my kids they don't work very hard. I don't think they'll excel. I don't think they'll do well. Well, that's on us, is it not? To a point. I mean, if we're not teaching our kids to work hard. I bring my kids out here every once in a while to do cleanup. You know, Fridays we don't homeschool. And so I will bring them out according to state law. You know, I have a small niche to which I can bring my kids out here working for so much. an hour, so many hours a day, and we can work that into our life so that my kids can learn to work. I had one guy tell me the other day, he goes, hey, they can't work until they're 18. And I thought, even if that were true, which it's not, even if that were true, are you telling me seriously that you cannot have a workforce of people to learn how to work until they're 18 years old? I mean, maybe that's what's wrong with our maybe that's what's wrong with our country. I'm just saying. But anyway, I mean, enough ranting. I'm just being honest here. Tradesmen are the future of this country. They've always been a huge, massive portion of this country. And just until the last 20, 30 years have we all gone, ooh, college is the way to go. Well, I'm not knocking college. But college is for a small group of people. It's not for everybody. This is more diverse. This is more broad. This is honestly what builds America. I appreciate brainiacs that come out of college and they want to build internet companies and they want to build science factories and everything else, but that's nothing if they don't ever get those factories built by tradesmen. So, making my case here, but look, I'm going to push my kids towards whatever the Lord leads them. You're right. The scripture, train your child up in the way that he should go. And not all of my kids should go to college, but they'll all be bricklayers, I can tell you that. And then when they figure out what they want to do in life, Daddy, I want to be a missionary. Dad, I want to go be a doctor or whatever. Well, then go, embrace it. Go to school. Go learn it. That's great. But you also know how to lay brick. And I love you, kid. And see, we teach them work ethic. We teach them the value of money. We teach them how to think about the value of $1 when it comes to working on your home. And check this out, it also helps in math. So I can teach my kids. My wife does obviously the huge, massive load of homeschooling at our house. She just does. She finds that that's her role, and that's fine. But the thing is that there's times where I will emphasize or back up a certain principle using masonry. So yes, we have brick. How many brick per course? How many courses do we have? All of a sudden we're figuring square feet. Or maybe we're going to pour a slab and we need to figure out cubic feet and how many yards do we need for this pour. And then we're going to figure out how much money we're going to charge per square foot of that slab. We take that square foot price and we minus out the labor, minus the material, minus profit, and all of a sudden, hey, we're learning math and we're doing it while we make money. So, I don't know. I just wish people in schools would have taken the time to teach me math in that way. Because I'm driven by money. You're driven by money. Look, it's not the only thing that drives us, but it's obviously what pays the bills. And everybody says follow your dreams. They say follow your dreams. Look, how do I say this without offending anybody? When you're an adult and hard times hit, and the bills need to be paid, what takes the back seat? Your dream or the bills? What is going to get done? Your dream or the bills? Because I'm finding that in everybody's life, there are things that are required of us. And the things that we would love to do or want to do get pushed back. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to emphasize that I really feel like there's a need for kiddos to learn a trade, to learn a skill set, to learn how to work hard. And look, I understand with homeschoolers, a lot of homeschoolers, the kids grow up at home, but they need to be off at work too. They need to be working with their mom or their dad. They need to be working around the neighborhood, mow lawns, whatever it is. Start sweating early and realize that life is full of work. It's not full of dreams. It's not full of love. It's just full of work. After all, Adam and Eve. He put Adam in the garden. He gives him Eve, and he says, your job is to tend to the garden, right? Well, the sin happens. What we call the fall happens. All of a sudden, work is much more difficult. dealing with thorns and thistles and cultivating the ground and taking care of the plants and animals. And because of that, this is where we find ourselves. So how about as parents, we do our job and we encourage our babies, our kids, to start to learn and love work. It's not always enjoyable, but it brings joy to the heart of man because it's what he's made to do. I know this world doesn't want to hear that, and I know many people don't care to maybe even agree with me because they're so miserable in their job. But you think I didn't grow up going, I want to be a bricklayer. I was going to be a stock car driver or make movies. Well, here I am. It pays the bills. It gives me the life I desire with my family. And guess what? Now I get to make little movies, right? So, hey, thanks for your time. Hopefully I didn't irritate you too much or whatever, and maybe we can still be friends. Hey, y'all be good. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Like, subscribe, and share if you'd like. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And then I want to invite you to take part in conversations and comments, things you have to say. And we appreciate that. We try to get back to you guys if we can. When we have time, we try to be pretty faithful to that. I mean, we're a small channel right now. It's not like I have, thousands and thousands of comments at a time. So I'm pretty well diligent to that with my wife, and we try to be real with you. We have our own struggles, we have our own issues, we have our own opinions, and there's certain times to share those, there's certain times not to. I think you would agree. All right, y'all have a great day. We'll see you. Bye bye.